The most famous scientist alive isn't afraid of artificial intelligence taking over the world. He thinks the fear is overhyped. While tech billionaires warn of machines plotting humanity's end, Neil deGrasse Tyson is focused on something else, defending science itself in an age where misinformation spreads faster than facts. And today, you'll hear why he thinks AI won't destroy us, why the most dangerous thing in science is our human blind spots, and the mind-blowing truth about how little we know about the universe. Let's get into it. Science communication as defense. Tyson isn't just an astrophysicist.
As I said, the science, the art, the geopolitics, all of that matters. All of it. Nothing happens without some touching of all of those branches of culture.
He's the frontline soldier in a war most people don't even realize is happening. The war to keep science alive in public life. He says science communication has become as important as science itself. Why? Because we're drowning in an infinite scroll of half-truths, conspiracy theories, and flat-out nonsense. According to Tyson, being scientifically literate isn't about memorizing facts. It's about having a mental radar that tells you instantly when someone's making stuff up. And while many scientists avoid the spotlight, Tyson sees it as his responsibility to step into it. Not because he craves fame, but because he knows only a handful of scientists can communicate enough to hold the public's attention. AI, AGI, and the fear factor. You've heard the acronyms AI, AGI thrown around everywhere. Tyson breaks it down. AI is a computer designed for a specific task, such as writing essays, analyzing data, or recommending your next video. AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, is the science fiction version, a machine that can learn anything, adapt to new situations, and set its own goals. Tyson's stance: AGI hype is exaggerated. He's not losing sleep over it, and he doesn't think it's what will build. Most tech will remain task-oriented because that's what humans want: useful, practical tools that solve specific problems. And while certain tech leaders get headlines warning of AGI doomsday scenarios, Tyson points out a bias. The loudest alarmists get the clicks, while the quiet majority of experts don't see it as an existential threat. For him, AI is following the same path as the computer, at first revolutionary, then simply part of the background of life. The human blind spot. There's a reason we keep getting surprised by technology. Humans are bad at seeing exponential change until it's already transformed the world. Tyson uses history to prove it. In 1905, New York City streets were filled with horse-drawn carriages. By 1915, just 10 years later, it was the opposite. Cars dominated, and horses were practically useless for transportation. Same with air travel. A century ago, only a few people were airborne at any given time. Today, millions. Tyson's point: change always comes faster than we expect. The winners aren't the ones who predict the exact timeline. They're the ones who adapt. And adaptation means doing what AI can't yet. The unknown, 95%. Here's the mind-blowing part. Everything humanity understands about the universe, every law of physics, every chemical reaction, every biological process, accounts for only 5% of what's actually out there. The other 95% is dark matter and dark energy. We can measure it, but we have no idea what it actually is. Tyson sees this as a frontier as big as the revolutions that gave us relativity and quantum mechanics. And it's not just physics. In biology, we still don't fully understand how non-living molecules became self-replicating life. If we find alien life with a completely different genetic code, it would rewrite everything we know about biology. For Tyson, science isn't slowing down. We're standing at the edge of our biggest discoveries yet. Science under attack. But discovery alone isn't enough. Tyson warns that science's survival depends on its institutions.
We discover an expanding universe. If we're expanding, it is vast in every metric we've ever established.
And right now, many of those are under attack. Funding cuts to universities, political pressure on research, and attacks on diversity in academia threaten the pipeline of innovation. He reminds us that many life-changing technologies started with pure curiosity-driven research that had no obvious commercial value. The MRI-IT came from a physicist studying atomic nuclei in space, a project with zero medical intent at the time. Without academia's freedom to explore, that discovery might never have happened. Cutting science funding, Tyson says, is like killing a seed before it even has a chance to grow. Why Tyson stays optimistic. Despite all the challenges, Tyson calls himself an optimistic realist. He sees science and technology as neutral tools. Their impact depends entirely on how we use them. Yes, bad actors will try to exploit new technologies. That's why he supports guardrails and regulations, not to slow progress, but to keep it pointed in the right direction. If he could give humanity one idea to hold on to, it's this: the universe is objectively knowable. Facts exist outside of opinion, and the better we understand them, the better our chances of making the right decisions. The future won't be shaped by the people who fear change, but by the ones who adapt to it. Neil deGrasse Tyson is betting on science to lead us forward. The real question is, will we? Stay curious, because the next big discovery might already be closer than you think.